it's Larry Gonzales with your housing market update for the last full week of January. A lot going on. I want to get right into this, so here we go. All right, overall prices stay. There's not a lot of news on prices right now. Next week, or certainly within the first 2 weeks of February, we'll get the February housing report from Honolulu Board of Realtors, but not a lot of news. Inventory is down. There's not a lot of inventory, folks. Nothing really to talk about this week, but inventory's down. And then interest rates, man, they've been on a roller coaster ride. We've given up a lot. I could actually have this arrow pointing up, but I'm going to keep it neutral because I do believe that tomorrow on Friday, when the personal consumption expenditure report comes in, we're going to get a nice green down arrow. But for right now, leaving it flatline. Because any gains that we got the last couple of weeks, we've kind of lost over the course of the last week. So, all right, let's get into the headline news. Hey, new home sales. New home sales rebounded in December. We'll get into that. Economy is still strong, and jobless claims increase. Those are three green arrows in the up direction. And I could have put economy still strong as a down, but you can't fight America. It's America. It's green arrow. Economy's good. Green arrow up. All right, new home sales. All right, the new home sales for December 2023, last month was a downer. It was like -7, I believe. This month plus 8%. And really, why is that? Because, in December, interest rates were pretty high. However, there are so few existing homes. There's so few inventory of existing homes that buyers are being pushed into new homes, new construction. And a lot of the builders have already set aside the money at the different rates, at lower rates. So they're able to give you some better incentives. So new home sales up, that's great. That said, only 81,000 of the 453,000, only 81,000 were completed. But still, not a lot. Builders can't keep up with the level of demand, and they don't want to go crazy and get caught into a situation where they have too much supply and not enough demand. They're hanging steady, but the number of completed was up from the previous month. So that's good news. All right, the economy. The economy is strong. Why do I say that? Well, GDP, gross domestic product, the first look at the fourth quarter for 2023 came in at 3.3% annualized growth, which is much stronger than the 2% that was expected. So that's great. That shows the economy is strong. And the inflation reading for the quarter came in at 1.5%, which is better than the 2.2% expected. The core PCE, which isn't the PCE that the Fed is using for their numbers, because this is over the 3 months, the quarter, it came in at 2%, which is right in line with what the Fed's target is. So what does that mean? Well, typically when GDP comes in hot, the economy's strong, the interest rates go up. But the inflation portion that I just talked about was such good news and foreshadows possibly even better news in the report tomorrow that interest rates actually got better on Thursday. So that's great news. And then, realistically, hey, the Fed is unlikely. So what does this all mean? Well, the Fed, they meet next week. It's not expected to do anything with interest rates, short-term rates, Fed funds rate. Their next meeting is in March. Really, the expectation is that they are not going to lower the Fed funds rate even in March, simply because the economy is still strong. And while they don't want the economy to tank, they don't want it to overheat either. So they may keep us at 5.25 or 5.5% Fed funds rate, which will keep interest rates from really dropping. And I think that's a good thing. That's a smart thing. But that's kind of where they're going to stay, I believe, moving forward. So this breaking news is not current. It's just the picture I had of Fed Chair Powell. He's a good-looking guy. I figure we'll keep him up there. All right, initial jobless claims. Always talking about this. We need more people to be jobless. We need continuing claims to stay up. Well, for the first time in a while, we actually had initial jobless claims go up. They went up 25,000 last week to 214,000, still below where we were at in the middle of summer. But that is good news that it's actually starting to go up, because it was going down. You can take a look over here to the right side. You can see initial claims going down for much of the last 3-4 months. You got continuing claims still down overall, but we were giving up more and more people were coming off over the course of the last couple of weeks. But we had 27,000 people increase in continuing claims. We're back up to 1.83 million. We really need to be above 2.5 million, closer to 3 million who are continuing to receive unemployment claims. We're not there yet. But this is a nice little uptick. We'll see. Will we see more in the future? That's a big question. I know the Fed is definitely going to be looking at that. What does this mean for interest rates? Hey, man, rates are in a zone right now. You can see right over here. All right, we just can't. This is VA. Can't really crack under that 6%. This is across, this is on average, but we're really in the low sixes, between 6 to 6.25. We kind of gave some up this week. But again, that could all change tomorrow. It could all change tomorrow when the PCE comes out. So we shall see. So what does this all mean? Hey, applications are up, people. Don't think people aren't watching. They are, and applications are up. They're up again. And the more people who are looking, the fewer sellers are who are going to give credits, especially when you have multiple competing offers. I was talking to my compadres on the East Coast, Virginia Beach. They went to an open house this weekend. They were a line of people to get into the open house, 16 deep. All right. What does that mean? It means it's getting competitive, and it gets competitive on the East Coast. It's just going to move its way across the West Coast to our beautiful island of Hawaii. Hey, what makes you got to be competitive, right? Remember, almost a quarter of all homes are all cash offers. All right, being fully underwritten, meaning your whole loan has been approved. All you need is a home. That makes you more competitive. As a buyer, you really need to be looking at that. You need to talk to your lender about doing that. Sellers, hey, spring selling season is here. It's here. It's not waiting until spring. It's happening now. Seller credits are probably going to go away. Maybe not this month, but I would say by March, sellers probably won't have to give away too much of their appreciation. So, but we are definitely heading into a much stronger seller's market. That's all I have for you this week. Keeping it kind of short. Hope you have a great weekend and watch some football this weekend. Man, I'm hoping my Niners, I hope it's not a course of action. I know the Niners are going to win, but man, that Lions team looks tough. All right, have a good one. Aloha.